Hello there, gamers. You're finally awake. And it's a universal truth that if you are awake, you are more productive than you are asleep. So that is what Cloud Clover here is doing. Already awoken for the inactiveness. And yes, of course, we are back in day number 3 into the Indian qualifiers of the True International Season 2. And of course, it's going to be quite a ride because we are back, and right next to my side, we have a very Sigma boy here doing the little bit of the jawline dropping. And it's another one. Yesterday, there wasn't a once, but today we have a once. So once, how you feeling?
Feeling great. What is up with the persona bolt? You sound different tonight. Are you trying to like impersonate my posture or something? Because you sound really different tonight.
Yes, if I sound different, I sound different. But anyways, guys, today is gonna be a very intensified match because we have in the match number 1, it's gonna be Villagers versus Lakshmi Chitfan, and also going with the abbreviation as LCF. And yes, of course, we're having LCF in this True International days, and I'm very, very excited if they can, represent India into the stage as well. But it's all about international exposures. So I hope that both of the players are ready and we can dump it straight into the draft again. Yeah, once.
Wrapping up. So yeah, we're just gonna be yapping.
Seems like I can hear once over here. Technical difficulties, but here comes the animation. And of
Hello.
course, here we are. Oh, there we go. Hello, once. Very Sigma boy.
Yeah. So just as I was saying, like we're gonna be heading into the draft. And here we are. Just look at the interface, man. It looks really cool, really
Yep.
neat. Kudos to Cloud Clover for bringing up such a beautiful API. And there we go. We're already coming up with the first ban from the side of villagers here. So they are against LCF, a really big team. So I'm hoping that they can pull it off against them. And yeah, they're just gonna be having a hard time. And here we go. Without any further ado, we see a Fanny right off the bat here. Oh my lord, Volty. They are really, really taking LCF really seriously here. They're not gonna give them any kind of a meta heroes that can, obliterate them right off the early game there.
Yes, once all I know that LCF, their jungler Raren, likes to play with the Baxia a bit. They like to call him a one-trick Baxia, but as for now, if they picked off that Fanny, then
Mhm.
there won't be a Raren going onto the jungle because it's a very, suiting round for Lakshmi Chit Fun because it's the best of 1 series and you won't be, paired up with very hard opponents just yet. So, of course, they're just banning the Fanny because, of course, it's in this elimination phase where, yesterday Tartarus Joseph was going ham with the Fanny. So, as of now, we are seeing a Kimi bang onto the side of Lakshmi Chit Fun, and of course, Kimi is usually banned as well. So, this is like a respect ban for villagers.
Yeah. I mean, the Fanny ban is it's quite good, man, because we have seen the Kimi rise into the meta right after the revamp. She has been really, really solid. Can be thrown into the mid lane of the goal lane, even the jungle at some point. She's really flexible now. She was before too, but after the revamp, she's just way stronger. And here we go from the side of villagers. We see a Matilda band, quite a good band, a solid band. Picking up the versatile for the utility that she brings here. So yeah, picking her off, it's quite good. But then again, look at Lakshmi Chit Fun here. LCF are cooking something. They're banning away um, a oh my gosh. I thought the ban was coming up, but never mind. I feel like
There it
they're
is once.
there. There we go. A higher booster ban coming out. I'm just a little flabbergasted tonight. So yeah, due to which I'm just a little lagging in the brain. But there we go. We see the third ban coming off from the side of villagers, and here I'm really hoping that they're gonna ban off a EXP because EXP lane is still open, so they might as well go ahead, and ban away those meta EXP such as the Badang, because the Badang is quite good. And if they're not gonna pick it, here we go, talking about EXP, we got a Phobius ban, which is pretty solid as well. So yeah, what do you think about the LCF? Are they gonna go for a EXP ban as well, Bolty?
we don't quite know yet because it's usually teams that have a really good player that is usually the junglers. So it seems like Lexmi Cheat Fun are playing safe where they just want to ban out the jungler and go ahead most of the times. But it seems like Lexmi Cheat, of course, there we go, Lucas. We completely forget about the Lucas because Lucas has been wreaking havoc in the current meta, right? So onto the side of villagers coming up with the first ban here. I actually like their icon, their banner because it's a Minecraft villager. So
Yeah.
it's a I like Minecraft is like one of my favorite games. Having to say the villager noise as well is gonna be like, huh. And yes, this first ban, what will it be once?
Talking about the first pick here from the side of villagers, I feel like they might go for the Badang because the Badang is still pretty solid. It's really flexible, and the Thunderbolt is just a cherry on top of the cake on the Badang. So yeah, or they might as well pick a Harrod. But no, it is not gonna be a Harrod. They did go for a Phobius ban, but they're not gonna secure the Harrod. Instead, they're gonna go for the Initiator, the Kalia, which is an okay pick because she easily gets countered by a Purify, so the Tsunami Slam might not be that good if, LCF they decide to go with the spell Purify. So this is something really risky as well. But if they throw Kalia on the EXP, that would be pretty solid as well because she is pretty dominant in the EXP. Because with her the healing passive that she has, she's like constantly sustaining anything that any fighter bring up against her. So that wow.
Yes. Oh, look at that! Like of a counter ban to that, but a Kalia for a Flurin here. I know the Flurin has been wait. I thought Raren is gonna go a Bakchia because he likes to spam the Bakchia, of course. But it seems like we're having a Florin on top of a Bakchia. It could be a very good utility, a Rom comp. But it seems like a Suyu will be prioritized onto the hands of Lakshmi Chitfan for the Kalia.
Yeah. I mean, getting the Florin is like really good because above MG, she is like the most pick support. And here we go. Ooh, a lot of solid picks coming up from the side of villagers. They have the new queen, Farsa, with the Feather Airstrike, and the Badang as well. They have managed to secure the Badang. Let's see what LCF, they're gonna counter pick this because if we talk about ooh, they're just gonna go ahead and go for the Granger instead. They're not gonna, focus on heroes like Gatot that can jump into the backline and disrupt ultimates of that Farsa Feather Airstrike. Instead, they're gonna go focus on the goal lane. Talking about the goal lane, I'm still expecting a Harriet pick, from the side of villagers because Harriet can, uh, put a lot of pressure on Granger in the early phases of the game, and he can be dominating as well. So yeah, and they have ban away the Phobius as well, so it won't be much of a problem if they go with a Harrod goal lane as well. But then again, here we are in the second draft, second phase of the ban. And this time around, I'm expecting a mid lane ban here from the side of villagers because gold, jungle, and roam has already been might as well pick a mid lane, but no, they are gonna ban away the Gatot. With the Gatot, I was just talking about how we can go in with the AOG and disrupt the Feather Airstrike, and here we go, villagers just coming up with that Gatot ban. And on the other hand, here we have LCF as well. They might, go for a goal lane ban, maybe a Irritel, to prevent the Granger from having a hard time against, you know, hit and move at the same time. So that can be a little troublesome for the Granger to hit his Rhapsody and that Sonata. So no way, just look at that. I was just talking about Irritel, and here we go, Irritel as well as a Joy ban from the side of LCF.
My God, once that was quite a yapping you did there. But yes, I agree with you with the Gatot Kachak pick because Gatot is like a very staple pick, usually counter for the Farsa for the Federer Strike, right? But as for LCF, like you said, they picked up the Granger, so they have to pick out the very classic counter that is the Irritel. So also to decide to counter the Suyu, they are counter banning once again that joy to the side of the villagers. But the villagers are looking for an angle. Yes, they're canceling out their mid laner for now, so no diversion play is gonna come just yet, because maybe I've done a little bit of homework to the side of Lakshmi Chitwan, because yes, if you give their mid laner the Louis, it could be quite dangerous with this composition.
Oh yeah, I definitely agree because Luo Yi, man, she is a really crazy mage. Just anywhere around the map, she's gonna teleport 5 people and gank you out of a bush. So that is something which they have to look out for, and that's what they exactly did. They picked away the Luo Yi, and here we are. We're done with the first and second phase of the draft, and we're just gonna go ahead and see a pick coming up from the side of Lakshmi Fun. So they're just gonna go ahead and Selena mid lane. Oh my lord, I did not expect to see a Selena mid lane tonight, but here we are. We are seeing a Selena mid lane. I feel like she can be really good against the Farsa, because if the Farsa is busy with the feather airstrike, she can just throw away the abyssal arrow, right? Oh my lord, Bolty, look at that. Oh
Yes,
my
of
god.
course, of course. Look at that. Selena, of course. Feathered Airstrike Farsa is a very stagnant positioned hero, so you have the Abyssal Arrow can kind of cancel the Feather Airstrike, because of course you are going to see the feather be the Abyssal Arrow flying towards you, and you are forced to cancel that. And also to the side of villagers here, they're going crazy with the Korean pick here, that is the Yishinshin. And of course you've been ranting about the Harit pick, and here comes the Harit pick. It seems like villagers are actually cooking up a pretty decent draft, but in terms of LCF, we are seeing an Esmeralda EXP for the Badang,
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, yeah, that is definitely for the Badang because of the shield and stuff. But Bolty, before we head into the game, I wanna inform the audience that we are gonna have a restart.
Yes.
Cause the players they're having some ping issue, so we're just basically gonna change the server. We're gonna put these players in a different server where they can play fair and square. And as for the draft, it's gonna be the same draft, same picks, same bans, everything. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and change the server for the players.
Yes, yes, very much true, because there is a bit of miscalculation onto the management side. So we are going to be seeing this game start, but unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to head back to the drafting. Just a little bit of a change in the servers, because you won those very good low, not FPS, but ping, so that you can pull up a very nice play. Am I right? So it's still going to be the same drafts, same team sides on both sides, but it's just that it's gonna take a little bit more minutes so that we can drop back into the land of dawn.
Yep.
It's not a redraft though, guys, but yes, Sigma once again back with the very malicious jawline you got there once. Is there any history behind that picture that you just sent our streamer links for this?
Uh, I mean, man, talking about, I was like, let me just get a new picture, where I can like use it for casting and stuff. And I was just like going through poses today. And I sent him, a few pictures. I like choose any picture. He's like, yeah, we should definitely go with the Sigma ones, which I thought was really funny because I did not expect him to like agree to go with that picture. But yeah, I was just having fun and trying trying some new poses. Boy, I did not expect like the management from the back end to just like pick a picture and just would keep this one because I sent him quite a few pictures there. So yeah, but never mind. And as for me though, I feel sad for myself, man. We were just having a thunderstorm here, and my Wi-Fi literally.
Well, that is quite unfortunate once, but may you be safe from the electrocution of the lightning bolts. But for now, guys, we are just fixing the lobby. It's just that they're gonna be cooking up the same draft, so there's no need to be looking at the draft. It's just you and I, and you and once and I. Yes, of course. And Talking about today's matches as well. After this match, we're going to be having Ignite Terror versus Zeppelin on the match 2, which me and Wands are still going to be up in the casting desk. But the match 3 and match 4, maybe Debbie's and Sebastian will come and take the shot again. But of course, we're going to have Megatron Esports on the game 3 against the Geek Moves and also Team. It's very hard to pronounce their names. But for now, you guys will see in the preview section after every game is played. But for now, looking at the drafting so far, once, what do you think? Who have a better draft? Is it going to be Lexmi Chitfan or is it going to be Villagers? I mean, in terms of late game potential, Villagers do have the Yishin Shin, am I right? Along with Harit that can go crazy after the full build. But as of Lakshmi Chitpan, they're going for the early kind of damage. Actually, both of the teams have a pretty well balanced lineup, don't you think?
I definitely agree. We have a pretty balanced lineup. Even for
Well, it
early
is
game,
seemed that Swan has Catacombs. It seems like the Thunderstorm will be aired down for the casting duo for tonight, guys. We are so sorry, but it's okay because Bolti is still here. Don't worry. I will walk you through as much as possible because we're going to be having the game as much soon as possible. Best of 1 series in the true international Indian qualifiers of the Cloud Cover Championship. As of course, we have to mention our sponsors as less. We can't forget our sponsors. It is of course going to be NEXT G sponsoring the sweet jersey at the same time Vista for providing that diamonds at the same time the tournament lobby. And yes, I feel like Once is back. How's it going, Once? Thunderstorm haven't gotten you, I see.
Man, this thunderstorm is really messing me up. But I'm just gonna push through it because a storm can, it can't stop me from casting tonight because I'm really excited to see these teams play, and especially LCF, right? LCF is like one of the biggest teams in India, and they're like really famous, just like the team ABM as well. So yeah, they're like a pretty well-known team in India, and they are a team as well. So they're up against an underdog team, I'd say, because I've never heard of Villagers. Have you, Bolton?
Yeah, pretty much an underdogs. Maybe I've seen them somewhere because I've seen a lot of names called anonymous in some tournaments. So it could be them.
Yep.
And according to their drafting, they know how they can counter pick the LCF as well. So I'm pretty sure these are experienced players. Yes, of course they do have the PFP, so they might know what they're doing. And once again, look at that. All is completed. Once again, good drafting from both sides. It's just that early game potential will kind of fall towards the side of Lakshmi Chitfan because they have a Selena that can randomly throw those abyssal arrows, potentially stunning members of villagers and hopefully taking them down.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, talking about the draft, you were just asking me, right? Like, who has the better draft?
yes,
Like, who has better early game and late game? And I do agree with you because you did say that both of them, they have a pretty balanced lineup, and yep, I totally agree with that because if you take a look at the side of villagers, they have Farsa, Kalia, Badang, Harrod, and a Yisin Shin. It's pretty solid even in the early game. They have a good healer on the, on the EXP or Rome, because I'm not really sure where this Kalia is going to be thrown. I feel like probably the Rome. So it's going to be a lot of support even for the objectives during Turtle. She can, do a lot of stuff with her skills because she can, fly in the air and then suddenly knock you up. So that's going to catch LCF off guard. And as for LCF, they have a really good draft as well because they have a Suyo, a really good early game assassin, as well as Esme for the zoning, for the absorption of damage because she's a walking punchback. And on top of that, they have a healer, so the punchback is gonna be so thick that it's gonna be really hard for villagers to take her down in the early game. And without further ado, here we are, both to take it away.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Back into the Land of Dawn session here. It's going to be up against Villager and Lakshmi Chitfan. Villagers are going to be on the blue side, and Lakshmi Chitfan, LCF, of course, are going to be onto the red side. But seeing Error there with a verified name tick, that is actually quite impressive. I've never seen that tick name before.
Oh, yep. Bolty, I feel like The storm has caught me off guard. My screen has totally frozen. All I see is villagers and Lakshmi Chit Fun on my screen. Are you facing the same thing?
There might be some technical issues onto their site over here. If their streamer can take us to the game, that would be very nice and very productive, I should say. But as for now, guys, we are not getting the gameplay feed on our end. So there might be a little bit of a... Oh, we're actually seeing error on Florin. Well, I thought, yes, error is the roamer of Lakshmi Chick Fun, but him on the Florin is quite unusual to see, actually. But this will provide a lot of assistance for early game skirmishes once the Florin have that ultimate. And of course, the Suyu for the snowballing as well. But don't forget, they have a Kalia and a Badang that can disrupt their lineup. But it's just that EXP on the XP that the Esmeralda have to do something about those two. So, yes.
Yeah. I mean, talking about the Florin, right? She's, the most big support in the meta. And I feel really bad for her because she is getting a huge nerf, especially on her ultimate, because she can, remove the debuff of.
Oh, I feel like once is cut off again. Yes, the thunderstorm is still going strong in his side, but right now, finally getting a game feed over here, ladies and gentlemen. And yes, nobody is traded out just yet.
Hello.
And yes, once is back again. Hello, once. Are we good, my friend?
Oh man, I'm really sorry, guys, for the inconvenience. It's just that the weather's been acting up here in Meghalaya. A lot of rain. Fun fact, guys, about Meghalaya. Meghalaya has the title of the wettest place on earth. But look at that.
Yo. Yup. Oh, look at that starfall coming in from Mr. Esmeralda. That is going to be NT. And of course, they do have the turtle onto their hands. They're going to go for more kills here. It's LCF traded NT for 2. And this is a Kalia at the same time. The Badang getting taken out here. And for now, that is a turtle onto the side of, I'm pretty sure, LCF. And they were able to take 2 for 1 trade. Or maybe once here is still lagging again, but the Tsunami Slam connecting onto the Sakura over again. But it seems like Mr. Zozo is going to be onto the charge here, actually. But after that, they were not able to steal, but instead, Fersa will be the one to secure the purple buff for the site. Because not giving that purple buff to Lakshmi Chitfan, it is called as a slow invasion as well. But it seems like Nodi is in trouble once again. Gonna be using those dashes, but it's gonna be Kozo taking the kill on towards Zemon. And here comes Anti once again, trying to dance with the Latina once again. The Starfall is gonna drop to Anonymous, but Anonymous just, dashes out there. It is the fast Harriet. And yes, of course, it's going to be a 1-4 on both of the leaderboards.
Am I audible, Bolty?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Man, that was a lot of skirmish there, but no one was taken down from either side. And as of now, looking pretty solid. Even, the level differences. Oh my god, look at the level difference there on LCF.
Yep.
Kozo.
Kozo in trouble. Tsunami Stem connects, but it's Kozo still having that dashes to get away from the raft of the Feather Airstrike. Nobody gets traded out. Villagers have the chance to take out Kozo, but missing that is going to cost them once again. It seems like Rudes on the other hand going for the stupid Maleficent over there, and Rudes takes the kill, and that is no more gold laner to the side of villagers. And yes, the turtle will spawn and more skirmishes could come up, but hopefully it's only turtle skirmish. Oh, look at the pile driver coming in from Zemon over here, but Anti gonna go for that aggression, taking out Jivi, and he's gonna go for more, maybe trying to disrupt that purple buff, but yes, Kozo will be the one to take that turtle soup again. And yes, this is the second turtle soup for the side of Lakshmi Chichwan. They're gonna go for more. It's gonna be Zemon getting taken out by Kozo. And yes, once again, no trades whatsoever, but it's just that villagers are losing lots of their villagers.
Oh my god, man. Already 7 kills onto the side of LCF. They're like bloodthirsty here. They're just like absolutely obliterating villagers, and villagers unable to respond whatsoever. Man, the level difference on, Kojo is crazy, because just look at Griffey there on the Yisun Shin. He's level 7, and on the other hand, you see Kojo almost hitting level 10. it is going to be a really hard comeback for villagers if they keep up this kind of a momentum. They really need to play it safe for now. Oh, the Abyssal Arrow misses there, but never mind.
Yeah, it seems like Zemon tried to do a tidal strike there, but Konzo has all that initiation, even the backup from Error as well with those healings. So it's just a matter of fact that Let's Me Chen, Chitfan are gonna look for another, possible gank over here in the red side of the jungle. It seems like there is initiation coming in with the Z-Force as well, but it's still gonna be Rudea's getting the kill to just counter out the Tsunami Slam. And yes, Lakshmi Chitfan get a big one out of that again, taking out the Zemon. Oh, that is almost a nice Abyssal Arrow coming up straight to the face of the Feather Airstriker, but that is going to be a tier 1, secure to the side of LCF on the bot side.
Oh my god, both the dominance that is coming up from the side of LCF is just crazy. Just look at the goal difference and the timer. We're almost like 7 minutes into the game, and they have already built a 7k goal lead against the villagers. We should just like take a look at the items there, but never mind. Look at the skirmish. Look at that Abyssal Arrow. Oh my lord.
Ooh, look at some knockups coming up as well. It's all about the team fights over here, the macro plays, and yes, 2 are taken out from villager side. Maybe go for the triple here because Gritty, on the other hand, gets a kill, but that is a triple for Ruteus. And yes, that is a wiped out onto the side of villagers as like me Chitfan, they like to tear it down and they are licking every food particle that they have on their plates. And yes, look at that. For now, the turtle has spawned and already a wipeout before 8 minutes. That is crazy once.
Man, that is absolutely crazy. The build-up that LCF have managed to build is just crazy. It seems like they are not gonna go for the turtle soup. They're gonna wait it out for the Lord instead. I feel like the Lord could be quite helpful right now to, help them push a bit. But here we go. A lot of poke coming up from Selena there. He is just, being such a hindrance with those abyssal traps and abyssal arrows, just creating so much space. But look at that Esme just going in and coming out safely without taking any huge amount of critical damage. And here we go, another turtle soup for the side of LCF. They're just, building up so much lead with those 3 turtle soups that they've managed to secure. But look at that, Volky. Oh my gosh.
Indeed. But look at that. Another anti pulling up a 1v5 over here. Can he sustain a lot? But no, it is not the M3 era anymore where you can put a 1v5 with an EXP laner. But that is going to be a dead anti at the same time, an error as well. There is an error in the side of LCF with that initiation. Rudesias, on the other hand, going to be sniping people with the Dead Sonata. Gets a kill as well. Kozo also gets a kill to the hands of LCF. And maybe a triple, but no, it's just going to be a skirmish on this middle side. This mid inhibitor is going to fall to the hands of LCF now. They're looking for the enhanced minions, and yes, they take it out. Anonymous just comes back to firm up.
Man. Villagers, they really need to take a chill pill because their only main damage dealer is the Yifin Shin and the Harrod, and they are so under farm at the moment. They do not even have the main core items, because of which they can't do much. So they have to, play it off safe, play it defensive, and wait for them to get those items. And man, just look at LCF. They're just like taking each and every objective possible from the side of villagers. All the 3 lanes, they've been completely balled out. Only the inhibitors standing from the top and bot lane. And here we go, super minions from the mid side going their way to the base, and it's just gonna be a defense from the side of villagers for now. Oh my god, those abyssal arrows are on point. He naughty man with the Selena, he's just hitting those arrows beautifully, and the amount of poke coming up from Granger, man, it's just hit. His name is Rudius, but our damage he's doing is hideous. That Dead Sonata and the Rhapsody, man. We need to take a look at his stacks actually, because I'm really wondering how many stacks does the Granger have at the point of a 10-minute, because he seems really fed at the moment.
Yeah, it's looking like Rudeus having that 701. Yes, it seems like LCF are also working to that Lord for the final push. Villagers are in trouble. They are way, down with the goal lead as well. But look at that goal difference as well. That is way too much. Not even not even a hope for villagers can do at this point. It's just that LCF are showing the real experience gap here. But for now, the Lord will be spawning in the mid side, as you know. Always go towards where it's the most vulnerable. But here comes Urideas, though, gonna be going. He's getting wind. The Tsunami Slam, finally a shutdown, and Gritty will be the one to get the kill. And yes, no Rudeas onto the backline, giving those that Shonata back shots. So for now, maybe they can kind of defend it if they don't have a damage dealer here. But Kozo is still there, that can kind of finish people off. But for now, here comes the Lord. This is the final defense for the villagers. They need more iron golems as well, but they're not quite having that iron golems. It's just that they're having a little bit of a Reptron contraption. Here comes the man forced by Anonymous here, trying to defend, and yes, of course, they are able to defend that lore, but the both side inhibitor will be falling. But for now, it's just that they were able to see another day of the pillager race, that is the LCF.
Man, just look at the defense coming up from this side of villagers. They're really trying their best to defend it off as hard as possible. On the other hand, LCF, they're just not backing off. They're just putting so much pressure on villagers, and oh my god, that was almost a kill. But never mind. Top side though.
Anti want to go for a fight here. A lot is going on in the village. Here comes a Tsunami Slam connecting towards that, but Joe Kozo on the other hand, he knows how to wait the Blade Surge. Anti comes in with that star falling as well. But for now, he's just at Rudeos on the hair. Gets a kill on the Badang. But the Badang will be one to fall as well as the Zemon here. No Kalia onto the other hands at the triple. Making a maniac. First Savage onto the Dorman. Could be possible here. And there it is. Rudeos takes it off with a Savage and cleans the plate and the base of the side of villagers. And that is how game number 1 ends. And once, what do you think of that? Pretty good, don't you think?
I feel like the matchup was kind of overwhelming for villagers because they got to face off LCF. Pretty unfortunate for them. It was a little off in the matchup itself, but we can't do anything. It's just a random draw, which we draw from, and you know, teams are decided that this are gonna face off one another. So it's basically all random, guys. So we can't do much about it. I know that even in the previous games, many of you were commenting how unfair the matchup is, but that's just how the draw system is. So yeah, we can't really do much. But yeah, just look at LCF, man. They were like totally obliterating Team Villagers right off the bat. Didn't even get didn't even give chance to the villagers to make any kind of play. Pretty much dominant throughout the game, and they had a pretty easy game. Even the game ended in about 12 minutes.
Right, and with that being said, there will be a short, not actually a short one, but a little bit of a 15-minute back because we were experiencing a lot of lag on the audience side. So we're trying to fix that. But as for now, that match 1 will end and into the favor of LCF ones. So with that being said, we'll be back in the second match against Ignite Terror versus Zeppelin. And with that being said, guys, stay frosty, drink some water. I will be right back in the 15-minute break.
wisely and crush those responsible.
My will is strong.
Hello, once again, ladies and gentlemen. We are back, but we are seeing a little bit of a game one, a European guy. I don't know what the heck accent that was, but yes, normal Bolty is back, ladies and gentlemen. So we're gonna be back into the drafting phase in here because match two, match one, actually a lot of not just complete domination to the side of LCF towards the villagers. So that was kind of sad for the villagers, but for now, it's going to be match 2 against Ignite Terror and the Zeppelin. And yes, we are going to be heading to the drafting phase because Wanz is back right here. How's it going, Wanz?
Yeah, it's totally good. Even the storm is, it's better now. There's like no rain. And here we are. We have Ignite Terror and Zeppelin. So, Bolty, I want to ask you, which team are you supporting here? Is it Ignite?
I'm gonna go with the Zeppelins because they do have that. I'm pretty sure they have a VTuber there. I'm pretty sure that's a VTuber as their PFP or their team icon. Yes, Zepp. I'm gonna go to the side of Zeppelin.
Okay. If you're choosing Zeppelin, then I'm gonna go with Ignite Terror.
You always do that.
Yeah, I definitely do that. I always, go for the opposing side where you go for one side and I'm just gonna take the other side, and yeah, we're just gonna be fighting who's gonna win, either you or me, even though it's facing off against each other. So yeah,
but right there we're gonna be seeing the drafting coming up. It's gonna be Zeppelin's onto the blue side and also Ignite Terror on the red side. These are very underdog teams, very dark horse. They could be a potential dark horse into the tournament, but as of now, we will only judge in their drafting phase here. Not actually seeing the drafting just yet. Maybe turning off the studio mode would kind of do the trick. For now, I'm hearing from the audio that there is a Joy ban. I'm pretty sure. I don't know who team though, but looking at the Discord here, not quite.
it's been a tough night, man. We're like,
Oh, there we go. Oh, it fixed. Let's go, WW. And yes, Ignite Terror are the ones banning that Joy. And yes, Zeppelin are also gonna look for something to ban against them, but they're both new teams, so they can't just predict. Maybe to go for that meta bans. What do you think, Wanz?
I definitely agree. They're just gonna go ahead and go for the meta bans, and here we go. We have a Joy as well as a Florin ban. Florin, a pretty solid ban. We really love to take out the Florin, don't we? Even me personally, I always take out the Florin. It is just way too much to deal with her healing. It is just way over the head to deal with a heal that has no counter. Even the anti-heal does not work against her. So yeah, banning her out is pretty good, and I'm expecting even a Lucas ban from the side of Zeppelin, since they do not have the first pick. So picking away those fighters, those assassins that are really dominating the meta would be good. Might as well go ahead and ban a Fanny, because we do not know what this team might cook, so we can't really take risks with those kind of heroes that can obliterate you in the early phases of the game.
That's very much true, but of course, another meta ban coming up on the side of Zeppelin. You don't want to give the Baxia into the hands of random opponents, because the Baxia looking at the MPO stage as well, it's mostly like a priority pick, and yes, they like to go actually very versatile. This Bakshi can go EXP, can go roam
Yep.
at the same time jungle. So
Yep.
right now onto the side of Ignite Turtle, they're taking out the Kalea because they don't want any of those Tsunami Slam nuisances. It's gonna be coming to
Yeah.
the side of Zeppelin.
Yeah, I feel like the bans are pretty justified. They're pretty solid, and as you said, the Baksha is a very versatile. Can go EXP, can go jungle, can go roam, and man, I really love his wheel. He can just rotate around the map so fast as a jungler. So picking him out is pretty solid. And talking about the Baksha, he has been rising into the meta again, and that's just good for him. But then again, here we are, another utility ban coming up from the side of Zeppelin. They're taking out the Matilda, which means there is a very high possibility from the side of Ignite Terror that they might go ahead and pick away the Lucas.
Mm, but possible, but there's only a slight hope. Yes, of course, once because his team are the Ignite Terror, of course, they know how they're gonna be doing their draft. But yes, a counter to the Lucas. Usually, another fighter jungle could work over here, but it's just that they can pick up those CCs to just force them into the jungle because the CC pick can just kind of counters the EXP Lucas here. So looking at side of Zeppelin, they're gonna be prioritizing in their EXP. I'm pretty sure jungle they can also do that, but Lucas is kind of flexible on both the EXP and jungle. So what do you think, Lance? What do you think Zeppelins are gonna pick?
I feel like I don't know. My gut is telling me like there might be a possible alpha pick from the side of Zeppelin. I'm not sure. Let's see where this goes because it's two picks from the side of Zeppelin. Might as well Kimmy, and here we go. A
Oh,
Kimmy.
look at
Wow.
those. Look at those picks, huh? I was kind of hoping for a Valentina pick against a Lucas, but no, they're not gonna go. But it's still possible that they can still pick up the Valentina if the side of Ignite Terror are not looking for something. But this could be a mid lane Kimi as well. We never know because Kimi can both go in the mid lane and the gold lane. And the
Yep.
Phobias, of course, is gonna stick to that EXP just to make sure they have that, pressurization to the side of Zeppelin. Of course, oh my god, this could either be a roam or an EXP. If it goes to the EXP, you can just punish the phobias, but you're kind of giving away from the rotation wise because the only glorious pathway can be used to rotate fast. Oh,
Ooh, look at the picks coming up from the side of Ignite Terror. They're really putting terror on Zeppelin. They're coming up with such a unique draft here. They're picking Lucas, which is pretty solid jungler. I feel like this Hylas could possibly be an EXP, and the Beatrix, man, she is just way too good with that Bennett and the Malefic gun combined. So Beatrix is still pretty solid, did not receive much of a nerf on that Bennett. So she's still pretty viable and still pretty strong. And recently she even got a buff on her Wesker, which is the shotgun. So now she has a lower cooldown on that as well. So she can use that to ambush from the bushes as well. But on the other hand, we have Zeppelin, and now I feel like they might go for a EX. Oh, not an
okay.
EXP, but a roll. And boy, look at that. They're going for a Gatot pick. I'm not really sure how this Gatot is gonna work out against the lineup of Ignite Terror because they have a lot of initiator, but they can't really do much of a set with this lineup that they have because even the EXP is an initiator, goes in and just spams his skill. And as for the Gatot, AOG is either a hit or miss, so that's not pretty guaranteed. And as for the Kimi, she really needs those items in the mid phases of the game. If she has like about two or three items, she can start dealing damage. But then again, it is Lucas we're talking about in the early phases of the game. The Beast of Light form, it is gonna be really overwhelming to deal with, especially when you're fighting for those objectives. And boy, look at the second phase of the ban. We are coming up with a Selena ban from the side of Zeppelin. And now from the side of Ignite Terror, what do you think might come up? I feel like they could possibly ban away a. Oh my god, they're banning away a Hayabusa. I did not see that coming. I was gonna say a Valentina, but no, they're going for the jungle here.
Yeah, once it seems like they're, centrically targeting the jungle picks because they don't have those kind of an assassin at the side of Zeppelin that can go in the back line to shut down maybe Beatrix. So they're looking for some heroes that could stop the assassination of the Beatrix. So yes, Hayabusa kind of works as well. But on the side of Zeppelin though, they could ban out a possible mid laner here again. I'm pretty sure. But EXP and roam wise though, there's a lot. But oh, there we go. The Jujin, Ray's wife, huh? They like to say it in war drums, but yeah, that is gonna be out of the question here.
Yeah, just as you were talking, I was like in my mind, I was like, look at the lineup of Zeppelin. They have Gatot, they have Phoveus. I feel like Fusion will be really good to bully them, with the Lantern Flare. And here they come with a Fusion ban. Pretty smart, banning away the Fusion, preventing them from tossing them here and there. And on the other hand, look at Ignite. They're just banning away the Harrod. They do not want to deal with the Harrod, which is pretty viable because the Zaman Force and the Chrono Dashes can be really overwhelming for the Beatrix because she can't really hit her basic attacks if she's not using the Nibiru.
Oh, but look at that once. We're getting a Suyu pick to the side of Zeppelin here. And yes, looking at the assassin pick that can kind of go and dive, but Suyu is not exactly the one that can uh, cleanly kill somebody without actually having to, go through some of the front line. But that is also like an early game advantage because the early game burst potential of Suyu is pretty good. And look at that, topping it off, Ignite Terror. Ooh, Khalid debut on this tournament. Pretty interesting to the side of Ignite Terror here. But Khalid for it could be a roam, it could be an EXP, but I prefer if the Khalid could go to. I mean, honestly, yeah, EXP would work against the phobias because they're gonna just stay head to head, both of each other.
Yeah, in my opinion, I feel like the Khalid would really work in the roam because he has, the passive where he can easily roam around the map as compared to the Hylas, as well as his, tornado sashes and the raging sandstorm, which can do a setup, catch the enemies off guard with the flicker combined. And as for the Hylas, he can, just use a ring of punishment to just chunk down the HP of the Phoveus and, make him busy in the EXP itself. And to top it off from the side of Zeppelin here, we have a Moskov pick. Man, I really, really love seeing
Mid
Moskov.
lane. Yep.
It is gonna be a
Mo-
to me definitely. But man, I want to highlight the Moskov because the Moskov has really been rising into the meta. Recently, a lot of meta marksmen have been nerfed, and that is when the rise of the Moskov started. Moskov is just back into the game, and he's stronger than ever.
Indeed, indeed. And here we are. These draft looking nice, but we would prefer that Valentina pick on the side of Zeppelin because if they have picked that, then they have some ultimates they can copy, the Louis, at the same time the Lucas as well. But it seems like Zeppelin are looking for more of a challenge, or maybe they're going for the comfort picks. As you know, the game is going to start, and of course, we're going to be dropping into the land of Dawn. Ignite Terror, they are looking for terrorization onto the Zeppelin, folks. So this is going to be blue side as Ignite Terror and Zeppelin onto the red side. And if only ones could take the lead here into this jungle skirmish.
Yeah, it's just gonna be a lot of support from both sides of the teams. You're just gonna help out the jungle, clear out those buff as soon as possible, and yeah, it's just gonna be those early farm for now, and it's gonna be the Gatot actually on the jungle there on Lucas, just providing vision and be a little bit of a hindrance.
Yep, a hindrance of course, but it seems like this dead bomb here on the Kimi is looking for pressurization to the mid side of here. Voldemort won't be able to take those minions. Kind of actually missed out the minions, the one minion there. That's why he wasn't able to get that level 2 real quick. But it seems like there's going to be skirmish into the Little Wanderer. But the Hard Light with the Retribution takes it for that sweet level 4 early.
Definitely, he reached the level 4, and now he can just start and gang. But here we go. It is a pause in the first 3 minutes of the game. What's going on? I feel like there's some kind of a ping
Ooh.
issue from the player's end, so they might ask for a pause.
Yeah, a little bit of a pause session coming up there. As for now, we're just gonna be seeing the drafting once again. The pause is, being called on the side of Zeppelin. Maybe they have a little bit of a ping issue. Maybe their players, their Wi-Fi crashed, or maybe their devices. But a pause is, very much likely grantable in this tournament. It's just that we do not want to redraft. That's just it. And yeah, right now it seems like Zeppelin though, they're already very strong in the art game, and they're looking for those jungle
Yeah.
skirmishes. You want to take out most of the stuff over here as well.
I mean, talking about Zeppelin, right? They have a good lineup. They have the trio for the early game as well as the Phobius and the Cathod, which can be really good, for soaking down a lot of damage. But then again, Ignite Terror though, they have a lot of punching bags as well. They have Hylos, they have Khalid, and let us not forget the queen of teamfight, the Louis herself. If she is given space to spam her skills, she is just gonna create so much of a yin and yang reaction that is gonna burst down anyone, even if it's a tank like a Cathod or even a chunky EXP like a Phobius, because tanks like Gatot are really vulnerable to magic damage. They have like Gatot has a passive where the lower his HP goes, he receives higher physical defense, but that physical defense is not gonna affect magic. So that's where the magic damage comes into counter.
Very much true. But as for initiation wise, I think Ignite Terror do have that element of surprise with the diversion of the Louis. Maybe if they can go to the bush, it's kind of easy to pick off a Moskov, because a Moskov is kind of squishy in the early phases. Same with a Kimmy, because Kimmy does not have much of a kit that can kind of make her region. If she can grab the concentrated energy, then maybe she can grab a little bit of a hybrid lifesteal. But other than that, she needs to play it really safe on those bushes. It's up to Phobius and, of course, the Gatot Kacha to be checking those bushes so that they can prevent an ambush with the diversion.
Yeah, I highly agree with you. I highlighted the points really well because they are really squishy and they will be really dependent on their on their EXP and their roamer to check those bushes, because if not, any bush will be considered a danger bush when a Louis is there. So they have to constantly check those bushes after the Louis hits the 4 level, the 4 level mark. And talking about Moskov, he is just way too squishy for a marksman, and he has to play it off really safe against the Beatrix, because the Beatrix, even in a 1v1 situation, she can overwhelm him. And especially if the Moskov is gonna go for the Trinity, he cannot really 1v1 a Beatrix unless he goes for the crit build. The crit damage and the sustain from the half claw will really allow him to burst down the Beatrix before she can do anything. But if he's going for the Trinity, he has to rely on his front lines to deal damage from the back.
Yeah, very much true there once. Trinity on a Moskov in it, I mean, works for tanky heroes, especially high HP heroes. But also, I mean, the best case scenario, yes, of course, he would need that Trinity to kind of cycle through his Abyssal Walk, right? Because he needs to be dodging the Louis rotation as much as possible, because that is where he's going to get bursted down instantly. So having that Golden Staff passive to kind of reduce your Abyssal Walk with each individual hits, which Moskov gets from his passive, of course. And yes, you can kind of dodge it out, but having a Rose Gold would be also nice, because it's still very easy to get caught in the rotation with those, dispersions that's going to be coming out from Louis. But on the other hand, Moskov is looking good for a possible side push, a bit of a backdoor as well, but it's only applicable if we use that diversion still. But oh, I feel like we are back into the game because the pause is over here, and yes, of course, it's once and bolt into casting death once again. But it seems like Dead Bomb on the other hand, using the rotation to kind of trade those blows against both of the mid laners into the mid side. But it seems like Zeppelin on the other hand, it seems like their Moskov onto the top side is looking for a potential gank for trio members of Ignite Terror.
Yeah. It seems like look at the high loss. He's just going in for
Whoa. What was
Whoa.
Jay doing into the first inhibitor there? Not inhibitor, but the tier 1. Gets taken out instantly. Seems like Max here won't be finding that, location to get himself to safety. At least he didn't get scratched by the flash combo that's coming in from the Nine-Tail Fox there.
Yeah. I mean, they have a really, a really unique IGN here, team Ignite, because they even have Lord Voldemort on their side.
Yeah.
So a lot of Avada Kedavra might come from the Louis
Whoa.
because look at
Look at that steal from the red buff, I'm pretty sure, and also turtle spawning right now. It seems like this Sasuke hard flight needs to do something, but it seems like retribution wise, it's gonna be given to the side. Kenshin takes that retry, and yes, they're gonna go for 4. It seems like that Hylos have finally rotated to kind of give that pressurization, and yes, nobody gets traded out. But it's just that the only, death is from Jay on the side of Zeppelin because he ventured too deep into enemy lines.
Balti, remember the first skill on the bot lane? It was actually Fulvio. I think like he was the person lagging, right? So due to which we had a bot. Yeah, so I feel like that was also a lag issue for Fulvius there. So we have to keep in mind that Team Zeppelin are lacking a bit, so they might be at a disadvantage against Team Igniter. But then again, it is a tourney. You have to prepare for anything that's coming ahead, and there's no excuse for that. But then again, I feel like
Diversion coming up. Wait, there's actually a good traction pulse over there. Having to stop that diversion, especially where the clearing starts, but it's going to be Kenshin taking out the kill on Kim Bastion, and that bomb also traded out. That's got to be a double kill on the side of Max, and Zeppelin take out 3 members straight out with a Grim Bastion, and call it out a triple. That's 4 deaths, but Gaming on the other hand, oh my goodness. There, we're able to take 2. It's going to be 2 to 4 trade on both sides with Zeppelin having that upper hand on that fight.
Man, that was a crazy triple coming up from that Moskov. It is just like, what, we're 4 minutes into the game, we already have a triple, and the goal lead is already onto the side of Team Zeppelin. They have a 1k goal lead, which is pretty good, and they have to just maintain the momentum against Team Ignite if they want to, end this game as soon as possible.
That's very much true, and, Max being rewarded 3 kills there, he can kind of do that snowball. He's going to get a lot of gold actually there, trying to build it off. I'm pretty sure he's gonna go for that Trinity like we said, having that corrosion side over there. But as for the Beatrix though, selling not picking up the boots there and going for that anti-heal straight away could be a good call.
I feel like the Beatrix there, he was expecting the Moskov like to go for a crit maybe, so he's like he's gonna go Moskov, so I'm just gonna counter that. But no, it's gonna be a Trinity Moskov, and the Trinity Moskov works best because he can like really abuse the abyssal step because he can reduce cooldown there. But then again, look at that skirmish going on here.
Here comes Kenshin with initiation, also the golden carbon in the back line for Perme. Kind of go towards Gim Bastion here. Bastion trying to do something, still has his ultimate ready. But for now, Team Zeppelin are going to get backed off. Seems like the traction pulse is going to call us to the high-lows. And that tier 1 being taken away by Ignite Arrow in a hard fight will be the one to kill the Perme there. And also, they're trading kills along with turrets. So I think turret trade is always something liable.
Oh yeah, I definitely agree because, well, they basically on the bot lane, the Khalid barely survives that. So yeah, definitely agree with what Balti said. They're like trading turrets for kills, and I feel like the objective matter more than the kills here because Khalid has all a out turret from the bot lane, which can put them at an advantage. But then again, look at Voldemort there, taking a lot of damage from that Kimmy alone. Almost 60% of the HP was almost gone from those shots alone. And look at the top lane, another team fight might be cooking around in a bit.
Yup, it seems like Nitera are looking for that sweet tier 1 on the top side. They were able to get it. That's good for them, but it seems like Grim Bastion needs to be careful and checking the bushes, but Kenshin gonna go for an initiation. Hardfight is in trouble, and yes, Dark Kenshin takes the kill onto Hardfight. But for now, it's just a dead bomb. It's gonna use the traction pulse against the Voldemort here. Voldemort escapes the vicinity of that traction. And yes, they are looking for another turtle soup here because no jungler on the side of Zeppelin. That is an easy turtle towards Ignite Terror.
Yeah, I feel like this is gonna be a really easy turtle. Here we go, another turtle soup for the side of Team Ignite. This is the second turtle soup that they've gotten, and they're just going off really smoothly. They have managed to push two turrets, which is from the top and both bot side, which is pretty good for them. They're going for those objectives. But then again, even Zeppelin there, on the other hand, their jungler Suyu, who is a hard fight, he also managed to push one third from the bot lane, so he's also, really into this objective as well. But look at the mid lane there. Three
Yep.
members.
The mid lane though, it's just that they're looking for a position to ambush Team Zeppelin. But Zeppelin are not on the lead of the gold. They are on the lead on the kills, but having those gold behind can kind of disrupt the balance of how you can do it. But it seems like Ignite Terror going for an engagement, not again. Hard fight in trouble. Gets taken out by the Beast of Light there. And Grim Bastion will be going to get Voldemort as well. Permate traded it off with the Gitot Kacha also. It's going to be 2 to trade on both sides. But that bomb will be done to make it a 3 over here with a double kill for the triple. And maybe a Maniac over here, but it's going to be Max to secure that mega kill on towards Ignite Terror. And Ignite Terror are just all slaughtered, massacred, and Zeppelin have not the gold lead yet, but they have the kill lead and also these turrets to take down for extra gold.
Wow, this is the power of two marksmen in your team, man. This Kimi and Moskov, they just dealt way too much damage onto the side of Ignite Terror, and they just couldn't, handle that. They even the tanks, they're not that tanky. They do not have enough physical defense. Even the Hylas going off with the Clock of Destiny there. Pretty interesting.
Very, very much interesting, but Hylos on to a Vengeance. Very, very much nice because they do have those heroes that are like DPS and mostly like on a tick damage, so having that can absolutely shred them out, especially if they have a blade armor. Here comes Kai with the Raging Sandstorm, gonna go for Dead Bomb here. Oh, Divergent play the backside, though Dead Bomb might be in trouble here because get caught in the rotation, but he's still not taken out. It's gonna be Kai shutting down the Dead Bomb. Gonna go for more, but it's gonna be Zeppelin on the other hand to trade it out with the kills. That is Voldemort and Kai down. A trade of a Dead Bomb here. Here comes the Ninetale Fox doing the flash of the steps over, and but might get taken out, but still takes out Max on the process. Here comes the AOG to use evasively. Once again, misses in the Kenshin, but that is going to be a 3-2 trade on both sides. Still in favor of the side of Zeppelin.
Man, Balti, it feels like I'm watching a Naruto episode here.
Yeah.
Because the way the Ninetale Fox, is fighting with what was that guy again? Oh my god.
Susano, huh?
Yeah, Susanoo, right? Sasuke. So yeah, it's just giving me so much anime vibe. And here we go, another fight going off. But no, it's just gonna be the Sasuke gonna use his ninja skills to just get out of there.
Yeah, they miss those skills, so they can't commit. You miss one skill that's very crucial, you can lose a team fight with that. But as of now, seems like Ignite Terror have those upper hand on the Lord vicinities. So even they can take it right now while two of the members on the top side are, present. Then, or maybe they can look it for divergent play here. It's looking like they're gonna go in top lane bush, but nobody's gonna get caught for now.
And yeah, And
Oh,
we're already like 11 minutes into the game, and the Lord is already standing there for quite a bit. It seems like no one wants to commit to the Lord just yet because they do not want to risk a lot as of now. They're just gonna be playing it out safe. And look at the side of Team Ignite. They're already lining up for another skirmish. But then again, look at Kai.
indeed, indeed. Kai is gonna get caught here, but nobody's getting fall yet. Grim Bastion had to use the AOG evasively again. SOD connecting to gaming NXN, but no, that is not gonna be Mr. Abyss Stepper here coming in. But it seems like they're going for the split push here. They will be able to take down that tier 2 on the top side, and that is how they want to trade things off. They won't be winning those team fights necessarily, but if you can take down that turrets, it's all set and done. Right now, the Lord is up. We are in the 11-minute phase, dropping into the 12-minute phase. And what can Ignite Terror do? Because they're looking for diversion plays over here. They're going in those bushes, but they don't exactly find the teammates of Zeppelin.
Oh,
Traction Pulse connecting to Kenshin over here. Kenshin might be in trouble, though. He's going to con those stuns as well. That bomb takes out Voldemort, though. Gonna go for more. It's gonna be Kenshin taking out the Bendon. It's gonna be 1-1-1. But as of now, 2 deaths to the side of Ignite Terror. They're looking for more. But it seems like Kai is gonna survive the onslaught, and Grim Bastion gets taken out. And that is a 2-2 trade on both sides. Still favoring Ignite Terror because they, not really, but I guess Zeppelin got the most out of that because they don't lose their jungler.
yeah, I definitely agree with you. They did not lose their jungler, so they definitely got the most out of it. And take a look at the items. The Moskov has already completed the Trinity. It looks like he's going for the Wind of Nature. And as for, their jungler, which is a hard fight, he's just gonna go with the usual build. He has the Hunter Strike, the War Axe, and the Malefic. Oh, the bot lane!
We got a solo kill. Gold laner versus jungler, but you know who wins at this kind of the mid game now? It's gonna be NXH with that Bennett's Rage, enough to do the damage along with the Nibiru's Passion. Yes, they're looking for that Lord straight away because they won't have any retribution contest here. Kenshin finally secures it, and it seems like Ignite Terror are coming back with this one.
Ignite Terror, man, they really, got the edge. Oh, look at the diversion on the top lane, Bolty.
Oh, Traction Pulse gonna be connecting again. Evasive AOG. It's just Grim Bastion is just using those AOG to not engage, but instead get it to the safety. But if you don't use it to engage, there isn't much of a possibility that you can make those outplays. So he
Yeah.
has to use it against the teammates of Ignite Terror.
I mean, that was what I was saying right during the draft. The AOG is either a hit or miss, so you can't really do much with that. Oh, look at the Susano goes in, even the 90 Fox. Oh,
Yeah, Traction Pulse connecting as well. Jay will be the one to get fallen here. Voldemort gets eaten up by Grim Bastion here. Not a good way to EXP to just take him out, but there, tree falling right there by Dead Bomb. Dead Bomb is the bomb. He is the bomb that will bring deaths toward the side of Ignite Terror, because right now it seems like NXN gets caught and the SOD being missed, but it's just Kai on the other hand trying to protect this tier 2. It's best if you just leave the tier 2 because he's gonna get taken out here, and that is a wipeout. Zeppelin, despite having one AFK, they're against all odds, but those odds with perseverance can lead to the victory that they want. And here it is, your winners for the match number 2 of the day 3 of the Indian Qualifier Shoe Nationals Season 2.
oh my god. I feel really bad for... Ah, man. I did not expect, Ignite Terror to lose the game because they had a really solid lineup. And they had a Lucas, so that was pretty solid. But yeah, Balti opted for Zeppelin, and here we go. I lost, and Balti won. So Zeppelin here, kudos to you, Balti. I do not show me that jawline. You do not have a sharper jawline than me. Yeah. Keeping that aside, guys, we know that you viewers have been watching, have been, really active in the chat, and we do have a small giveaway for you guys as well. So stay active, and the Nightbot is gonna randomly select a viewer to win a giveaway. So make sure to be active in the chat, and just pray to God that you get selected by our bot for the diamond giveaway.
Indeed, those diamonds giveaway. I'm feeling sure it's like 50 diamonds every stream just for you guys to be able to spin some starlights as well, because I'm pretty sure you can spend like 10 diamonds to starlight, but if you're lucky you can get a starlight for just 50 diamonds, or maybe you can save it up for you know, promo events. Anyways, you do your diamonds, but it's all up to you. But it seems like we're gonna be going to another break, because that match was one hell of a fun to watch against those underdogs. It's more of a back-to-back on both teams. Both teams are actually, you know, pretty well evenly matched, so it was good. But for now, after a few minutes break, we'll be back. But we'll be back with a new set of casters. Me and Bolty and Wands are gonna be out for now. But before that, another jawline break. We'll see you in the next one.
Choose wisely and crush those responsible.
My will is strong.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Oh, yo, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to True International MOBV. It's gonna be the season 2. We are back with the third round. I'm gonna be a caster again, Sebastian, and with me is the one and only Champ. So, Champ, how are you, dude?
Hello, man. Good evening to everyone. I don't know. Like, I have been watching these games here and there, and I'm excited for our game number 3 for the night.
Exactly. These two teams. I've seen them play. They're pretty good, I would say. But then again, we never know. They are underdogs. So I would say that they might surprise us. So
Yeah, I
that's a
think
good thing to say.
Yeah, I think both the teams are like really new to the scene. What information can you give us about these players, if any?
Okay, so one really okay, I'll keep this like for the viewers to guess. One really likes to play defensive, but the other one really likes aggression. But then again, they really know when to pick that the points of when to be aggressive. So yeah, that will be the only guess that I will be giving the viewers and you as well, champs. That's for you to figure out in the gameplay.
Sure. Okay. I think we are gonna be in dark, and meanwhile, I think we're also in draft, and there goes the fan. It's straight away being banned out from the blue side.
Annie, I love that they pick her out because, even though she is kind of in the nerf section, not meta-ish, I would say, she's the Fanny users in Truth International, they've always proven us wrong over the fact
Yes.
that they keep getting the objectives. Not just that, they love to push, side pushing, and they always get the heroes that they need to mark, like the mage or even the marksman at this point.
Yeah.
So it's pretty good, man.
Every time we have seen a Fanny, I think they were on point. They were able to get the solo kills that they needed. Joseph Fanny was, I would say, like he was like maybe not that serious, but when I saw that Sharon Fanny play that other day, it was really intriguing.
Exactly, dude. I agree with you as well. I do see a Gathod being banned out as well from the side of Geek Hive. So I find it weird. I do love that Gatot is in the band section, but you know what? I would suggest that he is in the lineup. I would say instead of in the band section. But then again, they have the first picks, and I think maybe the Badam band would be a little bit more strategic here.
Probably, I think Badang is way more oppressive than a Gato. Badang is way more reliable than a Gato in terms of engaging. But our headset doesn't feel like it. I think they may be knowing something that we don't know probably about the other team.
But you know what? I have to say, maybe it could be a respect band or whatever it may be.
Yeah,
But Kalia,
something. Yeah,
forever
probably.
and always will be on the ban list because you know what she can do. She is the one that heals. She's the one that takes away the damage dealer. She's the one that kidnaps people. And then she's there. She can just basically solo off even assassins at level 2. So that's not fair, man.
Yeah, we are talking about Kilea, right? Yeah, there's no surprise that the Kilea was banned. I'm surprised to see this hero being open though. Like they banned the chip, but you know what's open? Like Matilda becomes open. Oh,
Even
Baxia fast
Florin
play.
even the Florin is open as well. That is pretty shocking because you know what? I think maybe they should have focused on Basha, on the Florin, and then pick up the Basha as we had seen in the day 2 as well. It worked
Yeah,
out
we
pretty
have
well.
seen Baxi and Florin looking pretty impressive. And speaking of the Matilda, I think there goes the Matilda. I think we are gonna be seeing a battle of the healers here, probably Matilda and Florin.
Oh, yeah, definitely, most definitely. Either that or maybe they someone might shine out and bring decide to troll around and maybe
Uh,
pick the Estes.
um, um, I, you know what? Like I have seen some like I have lost to some Estasis, and let's not talk about that. Estes can like really surprise you because you have not seen that hero for a long time. You underestimate his healing, and boom! All of a sudden, that the target you are marking they become like full HP out of like 20% HP. So that can be a possibility.
Personally, I would say he has the most strongest healing
Yeah,
in the game
definitely,
itself.
definitely.
Like
Definitely.
when it comes to the damage output, I
I
would say
think
sorry, the healing
I
output.
think we're talking HPS, healing per
Yes,
second.
sorry, yes, healing per second. Yes, the word kind of slipped out of my mind right there. But do we have it? Instead of the Florin there, they pick off the Matilda. They do not want to give that Matilda to support that Basha and the Selena there. So I think maybe
Wait,
that's gonna work out pretty well as
I
well.
I think that's a mistake. I don't know why we're watching Florin though, because that's not. I don't know. I don't know what's the issue going on with the drafting image, but it's a Moscow that I'm seeing on my screen, but it's being Florin that shown on the screen, just to let you
Yeah,
know.
wait, what? Wait, huh?
Yeah,
That is pretty weird.
yeah, that is pretty weird.
Okay, I do see Farsha pick though. Is that correct? From the
Yeah,
side of Geek
Farsha's
Hive.
correct, and also that Selena is
Selena.
correct.
Okay, okay. So we do see Moscow being picked out from the side of Megatron Esports instead of Florin.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be the case. That's what I'm watching on my screen.
Okay, maybe I think maybe oh there
Yeah,
we
there we
go.
go. There
Okay,
we
it's
go.
fine. Okay, it's been fixed out there. You know what? I would have to say that Moscow is gonna be pretty weird. Okay, pick because come on, Phoebus is there. They picked off two heroes that can dash, and Hayabusa is banned out already with the Joy. So I don't think they're gonna be wanting But then again, wait, what? This is so confusing because
Yeah, I don't know what I'm like looking at right now, but sure,
champ,
like
I understand the the ban on Badam because you do not want him when you're trying to go in assassin when trying to go for assassin roles.
you know what was more interesting, that Xbox ban, because they already picked up a Phobius, and Xbox can like kind of bully Phobius in lane. But
Exactly.
there is an interesting pick in face of Esme. What do you think about that one? Like, are we living in 2022? Esme versus a Phobia?
Oh, I think maybe it's this is weird. Maybe they could be going for the Basha
Harry
EXP
counter
and the
probably.
Esmeralda. Esmeralda might be going to the jungle. We do not know. This is weird. They do have like three flex picks right there on the side
Hmm.
on esports. Selena can go roam, mid, and the jungle as well. Man, if you want to bully, kind of bully or annoy the phobias a wee bit, you can put her in the EXP lane. She's not gonna suffer for a while. But okay, we do see the link being picked out by Geek Hive. What is happening, dude?
I have no idea. Like, it's the blue team draft that's like has me a little bit more confused as to like why they picked that Esmeralda onto that Phobias, because I have seen that matchup plenty of time, and it used to be a counter before they changed the Phobias, but after the Phobias being revamped to a physical hero, now the Esme doesn't have a good time landing against the Phobias. So I'm thinking
Exactly.
it's more for that Harry than that Matilda probably.
Maybe. Oh, most definitely. Oh, I really love but I really love the creativity on the side of Megatron Esports though. They do have a lot of dash heroes, but then again, sometimes if you can kind of out sustain or outburst the Phobius, it's not going to be a bit of an issue. And ladies and gentlemen, we are back into the land of dawn. It's going to be Megatron Esports versus Geek Hive as well. The
Yeah, but
link. Hmm.
go on.
Yeah, no, you go on, sir. I've been
We,
yapping
we,
too
we
much.
were we were talking about like busting out the phobias, but I don't see any early game strong hero that can do that on the side of Megatron Esports.
Exactly, that is weird, dude. Because level 4, he's just gonna, destroy the living hell out of whichever lane he goes into, and if possibly if he had the vengeance as well, it's gonna be. Oh, sorry, not vengeance. Sorry, the flame shot. Then it's gonna be an even worse situation for possibly the Moskov, Selena, and even that Angela there. No healing is gonna help you sustain against that as well.
I mean, I can tell you that it's a flicker phobias we're looking at right now, and I we are still looking at the draft, I guess. So you wanna talk more
Yeah.
about the draft?
Let's just talk about Esmeralda here. I think is this the first time that she's being picked out here in this
Uh,
current season?
probably in True International Season 2, if I'm not mistaken. This is the debut
Mhm.
pick of Esme.
Oh, I love that. I love that. I really love when heroes are finally being picked off, and maybe they could do something with it. They might not be able to do something with it. We will never know until they show us in the battlefield. And I think maybe Megatron are gonna be able to do something over here.
Yeah, definitely. And meanwhile, we are missing on some action, I think, but I don't know what's going on with our
Yeah.
production right now. But ladies and gentlemen, okay, there we go. Finally, we
We are
get to see the
back.
game. There we
Oh,
go. Finally.
oh, Esmeralda got a kill onto Povis? What? Oh, I think it's
Yes.
with the help of Selena, most definitely in that, the stun there, the duration, the 2 seconds.
Yes, exactly.
And
You are exactly right. So that's what happened. Right?
oh, dude, I feel so sad. I kind of missed the slow abyssal arrow, but the thing was, it had a I think it was 0.5 to 3.5 seconds of duration.
Was
That
it
is
okay?
very, very long.
Okay. Right now, it's like highest timer is 2.5. Sorry, yeah,
Yeah,
2.5, right?
exactly. Yes,
Okay.
exactly. And oh my goodness me, the feather airstrike does pop in as well. Look, Ling looks like he's gonna be able to get this off with an unsuccessful gank coming up from Megatron Esports as well. That was so close, but Ling gets a wonderful double kill over here on their side as well.
It's me.
What is
Oh.
Esmeralda doing? Oh
Yeah.
no! Now do you see what I was talking about? Like being in the dark about who's more aggressive and who's a little bit more defensive.
I can right now feel that like being aggressive is good, but being over aggressive, it's never gonna be like rewarding for your side. It's always gonna be rewarding towards the enemy side. Speaking of
Exactly.
aggression, meanwhile in the bottom lane,
Oh, okay. Ling is so ready. He does have the Tempest of Blades being popped on in as well, but no, he gets pushed back with the Spear of Misery once again. Angela looks like she's so close to being taken down here. Matilda being forced out of that map as well. Bashir coming in, so close to taking down the heroes as well. This pops his ultimate skills, the Feather of Airstrike popping it once again. In the world is happening over here. Moskov cancels out his
another
counter.
arrow,
Oh my goodness, does this
another
arrow
arrow.
hit him? Does he have like enough cooldown to get them though? Oh my goodness me! The Spear of Destruction hits!
Oh,
What the
yeah.
heck was that? There were so many
That
things happening right there, champ. What?
Yeah, man, that was such an that was such a long extended team fight. Oh, meanwhile, another time Link comes in once again.
They gotta defend that, dude. It's really, really bad. Over the fact that they've already fed the Moskov and the Farsa losing the gold as well. That's not gonna look good for Geek Hive.
Look
And
at
look at
Esme.
Esmeralda, so aggressive, dude. What is happening? And she gets away with it as well. Oh
Meanwhile,
man.
I think meanwhile Bakshi is doing the title for free. I think that's gonna be a free title over to the Megatron esports side, unless the league wanna do something about it. Yeah, there goes the title secured by the Bakshia and me. Bottom lane,
Oh
some more
dude.
action happening.
Oh no, this is not looking good here. Harris kind of extending that, knowing that, there was a Moskov. He still went in, hoping that he could get a kill onto Selena, but it didn't work out the way he thought.
I wanna ask you, Sebastian, what's wrong with this Esmeralda?
I am not sure. I think just wants to give his best, for his team, and because she ignores shield, so they definitely have to run away. Matilda's not gonna be able to help, even though she might have the favor roam. That healing is not gonna help any single one at all. And I think maybe for the EXP lane, Esme was a really good pick. Look at the bullying coming in from
Holy!
Esmeralda as well, forcing it up with a flicker to take down that Matilda. Oh my goodness me, what in the world is happening?
Yes, we were doubting the Esmeralda pick for a while, but if you can do that with your Esme, go ahead, man. Sure.
Ling being forced out of that fight to recall once again, losing his buff. Could be very, very crucial, but Megatron Esports are making it work. I didn't think this would work, but the Selena, the Abyssal Arrow hits its mark
me once
so
again.
well. And look at Ling coming up once again. He thinks he's going to be falling, but no,
Guard.
sees him instead as well. But look at Phobius, he's being taken down once again with the help of Baksha.
Oh,
dude.
what are we watching?
I think the aggression was needed here, and I told you, dude.
I I think this is the most hyped up match. This is the most exciting match we got to witness so far on our journey in season 2 so far, Sebastian, probably. Oh, another arrow!
Another arrow hits in. Moskov does get the top lane there. Basha hits it in with the Rolling Stone. Comes up. Moskov with Spirit Destruction. The airstrike is not able to help any of his teammates at all. But then the Abyssal Arrow does not. But there we have it. Esmeralda once again coming it off. Ignoring all of that shield, coming up with a triple kill as well. The Hard Guard so ready to pounce onto Phoebus as well, but then again, not working out. You know what? I think this is one of the very few games that work out well for, being super aggressive.
Exactly, exactly. It's especially because they do not have much early game on the side of Geek Hive. It's a link, so like it needs many items to scale. So does the Farsha kind of, and also their Harry Golden. Another
What
action.
the heck? Feather Airstrike pops in, Ling with the Tempest of Blades, not able to deal enough damage, but the Abyssal Arrow hits once again, coming it off. Right now, it's late, it's almost mid-game right now. He's gonna have good items, and the cooldown of the transformation is gonna be really, really low. Yes!
The arrows, man, they keep on hitting. I think Peekaboo probably has like 90% arrow hit rate this game so far.
Exactly. Dude, it's not about I would say this for many Selena players out there. Shout out to you guys. It's not about the amount of damage you do. How does it get off? The flicker pops in as well, but he gets stunned, and the Abyssal Arrow hits its mark true once again, taking away that the what is
The
happening,
phobias,
dude?
man, the phobias. He's like 0-7 or something.
Again, it hits its mark again, dude.
903. Oh, another
The
spirit of
destruction comes it up. And the Abyssal Arrow missed its mark this time, but you know what? I would say that's okay because it's done its job.
Definitely,
Oh,
and
man.
here goes down the top tier inhibitor in minute number 9. Another arrow, another arrow.
Arrow, dude, why are they going for the Purify there? I think maybe it would have worked out well. They did not expect, the Selena to hit its arrows pretty good though, I guess, at this point.
Yeah, and you think those arrows are oppressive
Again?
enough? Look at
Again?
another one.
She's fine with damage along with the CD as well. It's all looking good from the side of Geek Hive there.
Yes. Go on, Sebastian.
Oh man, I have to say, for Selena players out there, let me continue what I'm saying. It's about, it's not about the amount of damage that you can deal, but it's the amount of stuns that you can hit.
Yep.
Just destroying the brains of the opponents right there. Once again, Esmeralda, I think maybe suffering the consequences of anti-heal right
Another
now. Again,
one.
the Abyssal Arrow hits its mark true onto that Harris. Esmeralda looking good
Define.
here. The Blade of Tempest of Blades comes up, and I think he's gonna be able to get away from that as well. Abyssal Arrow again, and again, and again.
Arrow.
They're gonna be so
the arrow hit rate is absolutely ridiculous this game so far. And yeah, you were right, man. Whenever I'm playing versus Selena, man, every time I get hit by an arrow, my will to play the game just like becomes a little less. Not gonna lie.
I've actually, scraped my knuckles bleeding once because I kept getting hit with an Abyssal Arrow in one of the matches. And I know what Geek Hive is going through. We both know what Geek Hive is going through right now.
I know, man. I also had that feeling, man. They're probably looking for an end angle right there, man. They're probably looking for an end angle.
They're doing such a good job over here. Megatron Esports getting down. Once again, the Tempest of Blades pops up for the Ling as well. Moskov dealing a huge ton of damage to Matilda. Takes down both. A double kill. With a monster kill coming out from Selena as well. So close. He's being bullied inside the respawn area, dude. What the heck is happening?
I am definitely lost for words when you mention you definitely mentioned aggression early game, but I didn't expect this kind of aggression coming in from our blue side, Megatron Esport. Like,
I know, dude.
like
I told you about it.
I,
Uh,
yeah, I don't have any words. Like those arrows, those constantly in your face playstyle from rom-com, and
Yeah.
meanwhile, like their Moscow was also kind of aggressive starting from the early game, and we are totally
Exactly.
forgetting that Angela Hardguard
Oh,
saving
dude.
everyone in need every time. Almost.
Exactly, you're right, dude. It pops off at the most important, timing, I would say. And Angela uses the hard guard. You just don't use it on your Lings and your Gushins or whatever it is, but you use it on your whole team, dude. Remember that, guys. Remember, if your Angela does not play like the Angela here from Megatron Esports, unfollow them right now.
I
Unfollow.
I'm a solo queue player. Okay, I'm sorry for going back to my own games once again. I'm a solo queue player. Okay, and every time there's an Angela player in my team, I never get a ult from the Angela. Even if I'm playing Ling, they are gonna be ulting their duo that's playing a mage or XP or something. Like meanwhile I'm playing like something Assassin Ling, Julian, those kind of heroes, and I'm actually carrying. Never get ult from Angela.
Exactly. And then they'll be like, get lost. You don't need it. Extra, things like that as well. But that's good. That's good. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be, going on a short break. This was a very, very surprising end on, Geek Hive and Megatron Esports. But then again, we have a really good one coming up as well. So stay tuned, guys. Sebastian here and Champ will be on in the next few minutes as well. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back from the promised short break coming up by True International. This is your boy Sebastian once again with Champ. We are in the fourth match, isn't it? In the fourth and final, is it for the
Yeah, this is
day?
the fourth and final match of the day. Hello, guys. Welcome back.
So this is gonna be, against Team Valkynix versus Team Ascendria. Okay, I love the names, dude. I gotta say, I love the names.
Which one do you like more?
I like both. It's weird, but I do love that they mixed out with Valkyrie
Okay.
because Valkyrie
Out
is
of
only
out
a
of
team
out
of
of, out
ladies.
of 10, out of how much for the blue side, how much for the red side?
Dude. Okay, you're making it hard now. let's say I give them 50-50 each. How's that? 5 out of 10 and 5 out of 10 from both. That makes it a 10.
No. That's a bit of anticlimactic now if you do that.
Dude. But then again, I would say it's pretty good. It's pretty good. But okay. So the first pick goes to Team Valkynix right here.
Yes. And there goes the flooring straight away.
Oh, dude, that is weird. I love that they're so quick with the pick. The bands they have their priorities straight as well. They do not need to think too much on it as well.
I mean, right now I think in the land of dawn, everybody has that hero almost. Like, so like straight away, get out of my face. We don't need a flooring.
Exactly.
The upcoming two bands, or is that a single band? That's a single. I think it's gonna be probably the Matilda or
I
Fanny.
think
Oh, never mind. It's the Beast of Light, Lucas.
Beast of Light Lucas. That is. Huh.
There goes the Lucas.
Hold up, guys. I am so sorry, champ. Could you just take over? I think I am a little too far from my network. I'm seeing everything blurry.
All right. I got you. Don't worry. As
Wait a second.
as we are waiting for the third band coming in from the side of blue, I think that's team Valkynix. Guys, meanwhile, remember to be active in the chat. You guys have a good chance of winning a few diamonds for your upcoming skill needs. So, guys, remember to show some support to our True International Season 2 qualifiers. And as we are talking about that, there goes the Valentina being banned out from team Valkynix, and red side bans out Kalea.
Yo, I am back, dude. So, champ, what is going on here? What? These are weird bans. Why do I see a Lucas being banned out and then a Valentina, which is weird.
I mean, Lucas is more understandable, but Valentina, I'm not sure about the Valentina. Except for the Valentina, I think everything else is pretty standard. I think they might be putting some respect onto some player on Ascendria, probably.
I think that could be the reason. But 1-1 being banned out, a really underrated marksman as well. I think this is a pretty good choice.
I've been saying for so many months, 1-1 is pretty good. She doesn't need a buff. Everyone that tells me that's quote unquote my main hero, even though I don't have a single main hero. I haven't played 1-1 in over 3 months now almost. I kept on saying she doesn't need a buff, and she didn't get a buff.
She doesn't need, dude. I've seen my one of my squad mates here. He shout out to Henry. He plays 1-1. I think probably the best I've ever seen in my life. And it's so scary the amount of damage he's just gonna be like, hey Ricardo, what build do you want me to pick? The golden staff or the crit? I just tell him whatever. He just makes it happen. He just makes the magic happen. But okay, I do see but I'm being banned out. Nice.
Wait, what? That's a Badang bang, which is like pretty obvious. No surprise at all. But let's talk about that Xavier being picked. Huh?
I think they don't want to take chances, dude. Because okay, that's what I was kind of opting for. They picked out the Hayabusa, but they didn't consider the fact that Hilda can be picked out as well.
I mean, they can try out the Hilda. They have some team support coming in from in face of that Mystic field.
Exactly.
Mystic field is pretty solid if they're trying to invade. Um,
Mhm.
okay. I am kind of concerned about the Xavier being picked up that early, especially considering that Hayabusa was open. Like it's a free
Exactly.
food. If I'm playing Hayabusa, if I see a Xavier, I'm like, nom 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 nom.
It's food. It's food. Just gonna shut it out, dude. The only thing that's gonna save you from Hayabusa is your flicker, and it just pops off every 120 seconds. That's good, especially over the fact that his ultimate cooldown is lower as well.
And
Oh, oh,
interesting.
oh.
Is that a debut pick? Is that a debut pick from Cho?
I think it could be because I haven't seen the show in the day one as well.
I
Day
don't
two,
remember.
I don't think
We
either.
saw a Cho. Did we see a Cho? I don't really remember. Julian is for sure not a debut pick. I think we already saw a Xavier being played yesterday. I think I was casting for that one, and
Yes.
that was quite impressive.
He's the Lord Steel on against starters, dude, and they're considered the best team in India. That's
Yes,
weird.
I think so.
That's nasty, dude.
Okay, meanwhile, we see like two more bands from Ascendria. There goes the Gato and Valkynix. They are saying no to the ice cream man. Is that a
Yes,
ice cream
sir.
man or is that a what do we say the poo poo from that train man?
Let's just say it's the ice cream man, dude. He has the parfait ice cream skin, though.
Yeah,
I would
I
say.
have that train as well.
Well, I don't know why they gave these really menacing heroes a really cute looking skins. It's weird. It's funny.
Yes, exactly.
Oh man. But Phobius banned out. This is weird. I do
Yeah.
see that maybe Phobius would work out on their side as well, and seeing the Phobius being banned out by Team Valkynix would make a lot more sense. But then again, you don't want to go against that Julian there, especially if he's farmed out. That magic damage is gonna melt every single hero, whether you have defense or not. It just doesn't work that way against Julian and his arsenal of weapons as well. Ooh,
Uh, I'm not really that high on Julian. I think after the nerf, Julian doesn't really hit that hard anymore. I think he's more towards the balance side. Uh, then again, like if you use your like full arsenal with the Julian, then you are kind of vulnerable. Whatever the target you are going on, if you don't get a kill and you're not like sneaky enough, you are gonna get punished most of the time. So like, kind of like okayish, I guess. That Julian. Here we see a Farsha.
Champ, I just realized Team Valkynix has banned out the Irithel when Harris has already been picked out.
Yeah. I don't know about that one, but probably like that's some confusion, and they'll be like, I'm just gonna be banning anything random. There we go.
You know what? But I think both teams I haven't seen them play yet. But there we go.
I
There's
think
the Hilda pick that I was looking for.
I think we can credit you some more points to be redeeming later. You called out for the Hilda.
I think that's Atlas's debut. This
I
match.
think so. So many debut picks we are seeing on this third day of the true international qualifiers. Wow, such an exciting day to be casting. Wow.
Yeah, exactly. And Esmeralda already did so good. So, I'm kind of hoping to see what they would be doing in this match as well with Hilda. And the
I think I wanna see something more like rather than the like Hilda. Okay, Hilda is there. Like all right, we know what the Hilda's gonna do. It's a single target hero, but let's talk about that Fatal Links.
Oh, yes, dude. Oh, it's lovely. But then, wait, I do see the reason why. Oh, Khalid on the EXP lane or the roam. Show in the EXP lane or the roam again. What?
No, I think this is gonna be Khalid the XP versus that Hilda, which is actually a losing lane for the Khalid almost. But I think the Khalid is not gonna be lane hugging and trying to rotate more with the Chow and create some mid lane pressure. I'm thinking. So probably we should be keeping an eye out on the Khalid.
Most definitely, dude. Yeah, and his roaming speed is pretty decent as well until they kind of nerfed it. And I love that era of where the Khalid was so good in the Roman section that it actually brought fear to the point where we started banning him out in the draft phase as well.
Yeah, definitely. Here we can see the drops. Anything unusual? I don't really think. I think
Yeah,
more early game pressure can be coming towards, coming from the red side, Ascendria and Team Valkynix. They are more on that scaling side. Their only early game strong hero is Hilda.
Exactly. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Land of Dawn. We are finally in the fourth game for day 3 as well. This is gonna be sadly the last game for the evening as well. But we will be back tomorrow, so stay tuned. It's not the end; it's just the beginning. And Khalid, okay, this is just what you said. I think since they know that Khalid is going to be on the losing side against the Hilda.
Hilda?
They planned on Cho as well, who can he can get away pretty often as well. But what in the world is Khalid doing? Atlas coming up there, so close. I think he might need to waste his flicker, but he gets away too far as well. Not looking good here. Okay, the Mystic Guard there does save him. In fact, oh, that was so close. If Cho had gone that kill there, it would have been pretty difficult for Team Valkynix to make play.
Like just like I said earlier, that mystic field is such a strong tool in case you are getting invaded. If your mage player can land those mystic field onto your body, it can be really good. Meanwhile, what the heck are Khalid doing?
He's just trying to steal the buffs from Julian as much as possible, dude. And oh my
So this
god,
is Ancho EX we are looking at, and a Khalid roam.
Games is looking good there. Julian looks like he might be in trouble, and he's almost going down there as well. The Hayabusa with the Ogi Shadow kill already ready up, and I think this might be a possible. Okay, sorry, there's no kill here. But I think maybe for a good cause over there, Julian was so close to being taken down and could have been really, really deadly. He does not have his retribution, that time, and he didn't even have the level 4 yet. Meanwhile, the Ogi Shadow kill was ready, so the farm difference is pretty significant as well.
Talking of
my
that,
goodness, oh my gosh! This is why it's so scary to lane against Fasha, dude. She can just destroy your HP in a matter of a millisecond right there.
that was not only Parsha, that was also the credit goes to Khalid, man. Like he is showing how to use that hero, man. It's such an early strong hero, and he's making it work.
It works out so well. He had the level 4. The feathered airstrike is so close. There we have it. Julian is being marked up, but I think he gets away to safety. Meanwhile, Khalid here looks like he might be in trouble, but the quicksand guard is not able to save him on time as well. But Moskov gets a
Solo
kill
kill.
on the bot lane. He solo killing, wonderful solo kill, but Julian goes down, dude. They could have just, retreated away from that, but I think he decided to go and try to get that, a kill onto. I think maybe
It's
the
either
Choke.
that or he was looking to like take a camp and he got taken out. Maybe I don't know. I was
Exactly.
busy looking at the gold lane. Oh, here comes the Khalid once again. The Julian being pressured.
Oh, dude. Not looking good here. I think maybe they should have made the Hilda, roam instead, and the Moskov goes down to the feathered airstrike. Woo! The Dawning Light almost takes down the Harith as well. I think now Harith is going to be able to farm up at least.
Harith has to recall for now. He decided to recall, and I think we're gonna see some more action. Never mind. Mid lane.
Okay, the Chilling Chains hit on to Khalid as well, taking him down.
Yeah,
Oh,
April is
dude.
gonna be paying for his over aggression there. That thing might have fooled me once, but second time we got the fatal link surprise.
Oh man, I think this Atlas has had
Wait,
enough
wait,
of Khalid invading
wait.
way too much.
Mid lane.
Lane there once again. Julian might
Once
be in
again,
trouble
Julian.
here, but he gets away from that. The feather airstrike pops in, but not enough to stun him on time as well.
Hayabusa's Oki Shadow Kill.
As a shadow kill, Atlas might be looking like he's gonna be taken down here. And there we have it, he's gonna be taken down. He flickers onto their side as well. Almost taking down their own Julian. What? Oh, he gets taken down, Farsha. A beautiful kill coming up there instead as well. The Quicksand Guard might be able to help his team.
Hilda, as impressive or oppressive she might be early game, she cannot do anything 1v4. She can only watch the teammates go down.
Exactly. She's only going to be able to, heal up, and that's a pretty bad idea over there. Trying to push that turret as fast as possible, but you know what? This would be a pretty good choice. The Feathered Airstrike pops in. Hilda, so close to taking him down, but Atlas goes in for the link chains, but does not work out on his team as well, and he gets taken down by beautiful, the sure kicked out there by Hayabusa.
Name, I would say name, and there goes Hayabusa once
Oh
again,
my goodness,
getting another.
double kill.
Yeah, this is kind of looking dire for our blue side team, Team Valkynix. Previously it was the blue side previous game, which was going like aggressive early. This time this is the red side, and
Exactly.
this is gone.
Yeah, exactly. No, I was just agreeing with you, my brother.
Okay. I don't know, man. Like I'm kind of like lost for words. These actions are like happening so quick. Left, right, middle, center, down, bottom, up. At the place we can't even see. So I mean, I'm kind of losing my mind.
Exactly. It.
Action.
It is happening over here. This is not looking good for their side. What? My screen is all black. So could you just take over?
The Hayabusa once again picked up a double kill, and some more action is happening. Here comes the Hayabusa looking for a triple kill. He's not gonna get it. It's gonna be secured by his marksman, that Harith over there. So unofficial triple kill almost for the Hayabusa, and they're looking for more. The Chow is gonna be picking up the Atlas in that turtle pit. That Atlas keeps on getting caught on bad spots and keep on getting punished for it.
Oh, dude, yeah, man. Oh, I am back. I missed a bit of the action, but thank you so much for coming up with me.
Don't mention it, man.
And there we have it once again. Khalid with the fleeting pops up in the bot lane for Moskov as well. Executing it beautifully, I would say.
Atlas,
Julian might be able to get it. He gets the kill.
Atlas! Why is he doing the AFK walk?
Oh no, I think it's dude, this is not looking well for
Why?
Team Valkynix here.
Earlier, more action here happening. They can almost solo kill that Julian.
Look at the sustain, dude, on Khalid, man. Love the adapt.
Oh, this is hard for me to watch.
Oh, okay, Hilda finally gets him down as well. Hayabusa coming out with the legendary.
That's a roam for a mage, man, which is totally not worth it. Now the Julian can't even access his own jungle. The Julian can't even farm up minions. Anywhere the marksman or the jungle show their head, or the mage for that matter, they're constantly getting pressured and they're constantly getting taken down. Like, how do this team Valkynix make a comeback in this game? I don't see any way, man.
And I don't see that, man, happening at all. Maybe if the Mystic Field is able to gather a few of them up for Atlas to link them up together. But then again, I don't
not
see
looking
that.
like that. You know, like something that our team Ascendria is doing. They're never gathering for the Atlas to be looking for like even a 3-man Petal Links, I would say.
That is pretty good, though. Oh my goodness me! He's gonna be taking down the flicker, and the airstrike. So well placed up as well. Oh, dude, Hilda's just being played by the Hayabusa right now.
Yeah, once the Hayabusa's ahead, man, you cannot really kill him with a Hilda. Like, and they're like so much ahead. They're like ahead by 11k gold when we're talking about like only 20k versus 30k. It's so much. Fatal Links.
Oh, the Fatal Link finally happens up here, but not looking good for the side of Team Valkynix. Once again, being taken down is Moskov. And the Feathered Airstrike pops in. Julian gets away with that, but not, Oh, dude, what is happening, man? They're falling in left and right. Bodies are being taken down here. Dude gets so
Hayabusa are doing
gets
so
taken down
much.
instead. There's so much damage on Hayabusa right now, dude. They're not going to be able to do anything. Oh no, he might be taken down here. Look at that! He's just using his basic attack, dude, and he's going to be taken down here finally.
Finally. That's actually a big throw. I would say that's a massive shutdown that the Hayabusa just gave about to their mage, who can be their late game carry almost this game.
Oh, dude, that's scary, man. If it proceeds on to late game, that Moskov, along with the Xavier, is gonna change everything up right now. If they're able to do so. In fact,
I
oh,
wanna actually go on.
Oh, what in the world? The Atlas with a failed fatal link once again. Cho with a beautiful Jeet Kundo coming up here with the Way of the Dragon as the feathered airstrike pops in once again. But I think both escape with no casualties here. Oh my goodness me, I didn't expect that.
Yeah, it's kind of like hard for me to watch right now because I have some PTSD watching this Atlas constantly like ulting air. Shout out to one of my teammates as well, I guess.
Oh, dude, yeah, exactly.
Ooh, there
man.
goes down the Harith. The Harith goes down.
Oh my goodness, so close. Those so
Double
close,
kill.
and it's not looking good here for their side as well. A beautiful double kill. What in the world is happening, dude?
This Julian struggled the entire game and finally picks up a double, but currently that's an equal trade actually.
I would say, yeah, that's a good equal trade, but beating Farsa, man, that's not a good sign. Oh, shadow kill. Then he goes close to his team once again as Moskov gets killed off here for their side.
Once Russian, I don't have the screen anymore. It went black for me.
I don't have the screen.
Oh my god, I also don't have the screen anymore. What's happening?
I think there's way too much happening right there. But I think they're able to defend the
Okay,
the base as well.
Team Ascendria was able to take the Lord uncontested, so this is gonna be a 12-minute Lord. This is a like before 12-minute Lord that's gonna be marching from the middle lane, I would say. And unless the Atlas can do something here, this might be game over. Oh, speaking of over, there goes Hayabusa once again picking up a kill on Moscow. Everyone just going down left and right. What's happening? Hayabusa double kill. This might be over even before the Lord marching in from the middle lane. Yeah, there goes the team down, wiped out. It's over.
Oh, it's over, dude. I'm not able to see anything. They're like glimpse of it.
I mean, yeah, I also like got a little bit of glimpse of it. I am like also spectating from in game, so but
Oh,
my
you're lucky,
camera
dude,
it's
you're
too
lucky.
fast. My camera movement is too fast. I cannot control that. Anyways, you wanna talk about something, Sebastian?
Oh man, that Atlas pick was weird, but oh my, I thought it would kind of worked out well, but team Ascendria did so well not grouping up at all, and they had pretty long range, especially that
Yeah,
Farsa and
yeah, yeah.
Harold.
And not only
He's able to lock in as well.
yes, not only that, like not only they did not group up, but Team Accenture, what they did, they constantly pressured the Atlas so much to a point where he had to be like wasting his flickers just to be still dying, or they forced out a fatal link when nobody got caught, or just a roamer got caught, and then they like punish their backline because after the Atlas goes down, they don't have any more CC. Now the Hayabusa is free, so the Hayabusa goes like 16-1-9 this game, constantly killing their jungle, their marksman, especially their mage. So even the Atlas, plenty of time. So no surprises there how that happens.
And the thing was, like, when Hayabusa flicker, he does the Ogi Shadow kill on you, you don't flick to your teammate, dude. You don't dash towards your
You
teammate.
can do that. You can do that. You can flick to your teammates, but the thing is, this Hayabusa was like ahead by almost. Imagine like your jungle has 3k gold, then the Hayabusa has like 7k gold. You cannot do that at that kind of timer. The Hayabusa is gonna be killing both of you.
Beating him 2 kills, dude, for one.
Yeah, if the Hayabusa is like ahead by 3k gold, and you're only talking about like 4k versus the 7k, he's gonna be getting a double kill or a triple kill. You have to take the like
Exactly.
call just by yourself. You do not pick your teammates.
Exactly, dude. Oh man, but that was one heck of a one-sided domination coming up
Yeah,
from Team Australia, man. And that was
yeah,
pretty, it was sad to watch, but also pretty exciting to see who would come out at the top as well.
I mean, we got a little bit of comeback moment seeing from the enemy Xavier. I mean, the blue side Xavier also. A few good moments happened from Julian, who went like 4-9 this game. But other than that, I think they never had any strong footing onto this game. The enemy team, they
Exactly.
might have gone a little bit, over aggressive, given a little bit of shutdown to the enemy team, but they knew how to like close out the game.
Exactly, dude. Oh man. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're sad to say that day 3 is finally over. But also, I'm happy to say that because we're finally getting closer to who's going to take, the final stage and who's going to be the one taking home the title of the true international winner for season 2 as well.
Yes.
Oh, dude, I'm so excited. Champ, what about you? Shall we sign out for the evening here as we leave our viewers, kind of guessing who might be the next in line for day 4?
Yeah, I think so, man. I think that's all for the night. You can do the outro, I guess.
Exactly. Oh, guys, yes, I have to mention once again before it's we do end it. If you guys are the winners for giveaways, please know that the Nightbot doesn't kind of allow to send the servers
Number?
an ID as well. Yeah, the numbers. It's not allowed to send numbers. So do comment your ID and server in the Instagram post. I think that's a much easier option to do. So yes, guys, and the links is all there in the the description and everything, so you guys will not have any trouble. But if you do, please send us a message and we will work it out for you as soon as possible as well. Thank you so much, guys, for joining in. It's gonna be Champ and I signing out.
Good night, guys.